Tubes versus tubeless versus mousses, which will suit you best. And we also look at relatively new options like Mr. Wolf's Mousse balls, tyre balls, Lucioli and mousses. So what should you put inside your tyres? We are spoilt for choice nowadays. Mousses, tubeless, tyre balls, tubes, ultra heavy duty tubes, Lucioli and mousse balls. Let's look at the pros and cons and which setup will suit you best. Tubes. Plenty of riders are happy to use the lightweight tubes that came with their Enduro bike. Tubes are very cheap, they are the lightest option. If you don't get a puncture, they can last for years without maintenance. The problems? They are the least reliable because of punctures. This is not a problem if you like fixing punctures in the forest, and your friends don't mind waiting, and you carry spare tubes and a puncture repair kit. It's quite easy to pinch a tube when fitting, so you have to start again. Also, even quality tubes can have manufacturing defects that can fail at any time. Ask me how I know. If you like running low air pressure for more traction, tubes can work against this. They're very susceptible to pinch punctures when the tyre is squeezed against the rim by an impact. And at low air pressure, the tyre can slip and then rip the tube stem. Fitting two rim locks can prevent this. If you are an aggressive rider, then tubes provide the least protection against damaging your wheel rims. Heavy duty tubes and ultra heavy duty tubes. These are heavier and more expensive than standard tubes, but there's less chance of punctures and damaging your rims. An added bonus of the ultra heavy duty tubes is that you can often limp back to your base after a puncture. There is so much rubber tube inside the tyre that it tends to keep the tyre on its bead with just enough shape to ride home slowly. They are more difficult to fit when changing tyres. Tubeless. This has become very popular with many dirt riders. A high pressure tube forms a dual chamber system. There is no chance of pinch punctures at all. If you do puncture the tyre, it only takes a few minutes to insert a tyre plug. If your tyres have stiff sidewalls, you can even just keep riding carefully, as it is effectively like having 3 to 4 psi in your tyres. Tubeless holds the tyre against the whole rim, which will allow the use of very low air pressure for maximum traction. This also provides better rim protection than tubes. Tubeless is quite a light system, somewhere between the weight of stock tubes and heavy duty tubes at 1.6 kilos or 3.5 pounds total. Once installed, tyre changes are easier as you don't have to mess around with tubes. Reliability, excellent. Most of the guys in our group have been using tubeless for the past 5 years with no issues. The drawbacks: there's the initial expense, 420 Australian dollars or US $200, but over time it works out to be pretty cheap as it usually lasts for years. The first time you fit them can take a while. It's really important to follow the instructions to avoid slow leaks or damaging the high pressure tube and red liner. You will need to buy a high pressure pump for the required 100 psi. It is possible to puncture the high pressure tube if you are an aggressive rider in terrain that has sharp rocks. A rock needs to be sharp enough to get through the tyre, red plastic liner and the thick high pressure tube. Very rare, but it can happen. Mousses, the most reliable, fail-proof system. It's why most enduro racers use them, and they are proving popular with everyday riders who either ride very aggressively or want that reliability for riding in remote areas a long way from their home base. No punctures, the best rim protection, no need for tools, pumps or repair kits. The potential problems? It's not adjustable at all. You can buy mousses of varying softness, but there's no adjustment once fitted. It's the heaviest option at 8 kilograms or 18 pounds for both wheels. It's also unsprung weight, which some riders are keen to minimise. They're expensive at around 500 Australian dollars or US $300 for a set. The cost is similar to tubeless, but you need to replace the mousses much more frequently. How often? It depends. They wear out much quicker with aggressive or fast riding due to heat, and you may need a new mousse with every tyre change. But otherwise they can last longer, especially if you re-grease them to reduce friction. Michelin mousses tend to last the longest. Fitting and changing mousses can be very difficult until you learn the process. It's also messy with the required grease. Some riders don't like the dead feeling of mousses. Some riders fit tubeless or a tube to the front wheel to avoid this. It's quite important to match the correctly sized mousse to your tyres to avoid excessive wear. Lucioli is a relative newcomer, using very thick 7mm tubes with 2 integrated rim locks. This close to doubles the thickness of 4mm ultra heavy duty tubes and makes them incredibly resistant to punctures. It also means there's so much rubber inside the tyre that you can keep riding after a puncture if you have to. Some complain about the high price of 450 Australian dollars or US $380, but owners report that they can easily last hundreds of hours, which is good news. The potential issues, they are almost the same weight as mousses. A lot of riders say they make changing tyres very difficult, although similar to mousses, some owners say you just need to learn the technique. The Lucioli is expensive, especially in the USA, where it's around double the price of tubeless. Some riders create their own budget version. They wrap a new ultra heavy duty tube inside an old one, then just fit a second rim lock. Another relative newcomer, Mr. Wolf's Mousse Balls. These come in segments so you can put more or less in to achieve the desired firmness. A possible advantage over normal mousses is that as they wear out, you can add more segments instead of replacing the whole lot. Unfortunately, they're very expensive, around the same price as Michelin mousses, which are generally regarded as the best. Do your research. There aren't many user opinions or reviews yet. A few years ago, there was an earlier version called Tire Balls from another manufacturer that's disappeared. Let's see if Mr. Wolf's Mousse Balls do better. So what will suit you best? There are lots of variables: your budget, the terrain you ride in, how aggressively do you ride, do you need rock solid reliability, or do you prefer instant tuning? Do you prefer to avoid maintenance? Well, stock tubes. This is a good option if you are very unlikely to get punctures because you don't ride aggressively, you don't ride in rough terrain, and you keep your air pressures fairly high. It also helps if you don't mind repairing punctures out on the trail. Heavy duty tubes, very similar situation, but you are less likely to get punctures. If you hate punctures out on the track, tubeless is a great solution if you don't mind the initial setup cost. Got a puncture? It's a 2-minute fix. Or just ride it flat if you're lazy. Massive traction at low pressures, dead easy tyre changes. It's reliable, but if you are racing, you probably should go for the 100% bulletproof mousses. Ditto if you're an aggressive rider in rocky terrain where there's a chance you might puncture that inner tube. So, mousses. Obviously the choice for racers, aggressive riders, anyone riding in remote areas and wanting the most reliable system. The trade-off is the long-term cost, tougher and messier tyre changes, no adjustability, and that dead feeling which some riders don't like. Lucioli and Mousse Balls? Sorry, we haven't used them. There's not a lot of feedback from users yet, so we won't make recommendations. Both are quite expensive, so we urge you to do your own research first. If you use these, then please let us know in the comments. So, what have you used? What's your favourite and why? If you have extra tips or information, we'll add these to the pinned first comment.